Well, we're not hearing in spoken word that there are concerns or tensions, but we certainly have seen some differences between this time when Israel is accused of bombing inside of Syria and back in January, the first time this year when Israel was accused by U.S. sources of bombing inside of Syria. Back then, there was no real movement here. Now, as we understand it, there are quite a few troops that have been put on the border over the past couple of weeks with Syria and Lebanon. Also, some of the equipment has been moved into place, including 2 Iron Dome anti-missile batteries, which have been moved to the north because the military had assessed the situation that was where they were needed at this point in time. And also, we know that the Israeli Airport Authority had closed the airspace to civilian aircraft for almost half of the country, from Herzliya all the way up to the northern border. And so you're seeing sort of actions where you can tell that there is some concern that there may be a reaction, whether it is coming out of Syria or potentially coming from Hezbollah in Lebanon. They've certainly moved things in place just in case that happens. Now, when you speak to security analysts, they will look at this situation and say that because Syria is in such dire straits, they're now going into their 3rd year of a civil war. The regime has been hit so hard that doing an open war with another country just does not seem likely or even possible. But then you have also the elements of Hezbollah, Syria, which, Israel and the U.S. and a few other countries consider a terrorist organization, worry that somehow they may decide to strike inside of Israel. So you can see that some of the movement is happening on the north for precaution's sake, but no one quite believes that there will be a major reaction from Syria in particular in the coming days. And we know that in January, when the Israelis were accused of striking inside of Syria, that there was absolutely no reaction from Syria. Rosemary?
So, Sarah, is there much talk about this on the streets of Jerusalem?
Well, there's certainly a lot of talk about it in the media. I think people here have long felt the tensions in the countries that surround Israel. There's always been this sense that at any moment something could happen, whether it is, rockets coming from Gaza or rockets coming from one of the other borders here. So it is one of those situations where people are always sort of alert, but people are going about their daily business.